Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all doing well, and I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. Before we meet our deck, I wanted to let you know of the many ways you can support my channel. Like the channel if you enjoyed the video, subscribe so I can appease the mighty algorithm and be seen by more people, or just hit the bell if you want to be notified of when a new video comes out. And with that being said, let's meet our deck. So we have the Seasons of the Witch, Mabon or Mabon Oracle, however you prefer to pronounce it. And it was created by Lorriane Anderson and Juliet Diaz. It was illustrated by Tijana, Lukovic, and she has replaced the previous illustrator, Diaz, who illustrated the Samhain, Yule, and Beltane decks. And it was published by Rockpool Publishing on June 12th, 2023, and it retails for $24.95. And they have the Mabon deck coming out in November, and that one is also illustrated by Tijana. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. That one will be coming out, like I said, in November. And the box itself is pretty much the same size. They've kept the size, and it is 5.30 height. Across is 3.80, and the width is 1.30, and the thumb indents are there. And on the back you have a little blurb about what it is about and your teaser cards. And it says there's 44 cards in a guidebook, and it does have the title stackability with the orange color continuing the series, and it doesn't have it on the bottom, but that's okay because I stack my decks like this anyway. Alright, so, and then we have our little thing inside the box. Okay, and then we have the guidebook. Okay, so we have the orange again, and they have decided to go with the famous fall color of orange. And we have our crows. So just to let you know what they look like, you see the series. Okay, so let's see if I can get all these in. I doubt it, but I will try. All right, so as you can see, the Samhain was the first one, and it has the red, and it has the hands, and then you have your Yule deck, and it has the green with the green moon, and then you have the Beltane, and then you have the gold, and then now you have the orange. So the Mabon deck I seen it on Amazon because I was perusing Amazon, because Amazon is a dopamine mine. You get your dopamine shots, and it will be blue because it is pretty much the same theme, blue, you know, it's cold. So alright, so let's go ahead and look at this lovely deck that we have and see. So they did keep you have your keyword, and then you have the number with the stripe, whatever it's called. And then you have your little message at the bottom of it. And this illustrator I like both of the women who have worked on this series. I do not like one more than another. I like them both. They focus on the same themes, and they just have different ways of different mediums and different styles. And this illustrator, her tones seem to be more luscious and more deeper in color. And so I do like the colors that she's chosen for the cards. They go with the vibe, I guess you could call it. And there's a lot for your eyes to take in as well. Although I have to admit, some of the cards, I kind of question why they chose those cards. Yeah, like this one, I could see in the Samhain. And maybe this one. I don't know about this one for the season. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they chose them for their own specific reasons, and they didn't just haphazardly whip this deck together. I'm sure they had thoughts about, you know, what to go into a deck, because creating a deck, oh my god, I can only imagine the whole process of it is pretty intense. Oh, can't have fall without the pumpkin spice. Oh yeah. Poor pumpkins. Yeah, Reaper. Yeah, sorry about the flicker there. I don't know what's up with my camera, but yeah. I have tried everything with this camera, and apparently it does not like dark decks, dark colored decks. So I do apologize for the flickering. Alright, so that is the deck itself. And the cardstock is the same as the others. It's bendable and flexible. And it should last you. Okay, now let's check out this guidebook. And let's go over the changes that they have. With every book, it's nice that they talk about the changes and give an explanation as to why they made the changes they did. And that's the back of it. You got your birdie there. And still going with the orange. You have your contents. Okay. And they do it in the introduction, and they admit to some of the cards not being very pagan specific. And they go into a little explanation and why they're changing things. And I understand that it's a process. It's a creative process, and you know, it goes up and down, and some people are gonna like the changes and some people are not. This deck, I've seen a lot of reviews out there, and there are some people that are ecstatic over this deck. They really like it. And then you've got the other side that are like, no, they changed too much, they dumbed it down, I don't like it, I'm gonna rehome my decks. So when you're making a deck, you're not gonna make everybody happy, and you have to basically just make the deck on how you want to, because it is your creation. You honestly don't owe people explanations. I mean, it's nice if you explain, okay, we've veered away from what we were doing with the other decks and blah blah blah, and that's always nice. But hopefully you don't veer too far away from the original thought of the decks. And I'm sure you can read all that since I've been blabbering about it. And then they come with the Mabon themes and areas of focus. And talk about how to use the cards. And they've got the keywords, mini messages, and talks about beginners who have said this is their first Oracle deck and they really liked it, and that they've shifted from evocations to mini messages to kind of make people happy who don't like guidebooks. Me, I love guidebooks. I love them. I mean, they don't interfere with the reading of the cards for me. That's my opinion. I like knowing what the creator's vision is for that card. What made them put that, certain item in that card. I'm curious as to the why, basically. And they put a mini intuitive message as to help beginners to not rely on the booklet. And then they also, I think that they changed up by not making it totally pagan specific or witch specific, so that you could read the cards any time of the year and not just on that specific season or holiday. So I don't know about that. I mean, you can still read the Beltane, the Yule, and the Samhain all year long, I feel. But it's nice to have a specific holiday or season to just do for that time period. I mean, I don't look at the decks and say, oh, I can only read it on Mabon. Well, that's it. No. Or Samhain. Oh, I can only read. No. If that was the case, I don't know if I would get it. If it was that limited. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But you can read, you've probably been reading that while I've been blabbering. So then they go into a daily guidance card that you can make a pull on, and then you can do a daily reflection card, intention cards, altar cards, give you all kinds of goodie suggestions, and then we have some specific spreads, interviewing your deck, the 2-card spread, 3-card spread, apple of my eye cross, falling leaves spread, darkness falls spread, you have your molasses spread, there we go, and we have elderberry spread. Elderberries is the best this time of the season. Oh yeah, there's so many people who are sniffling and sneezing already. So get some of that stuff. Maple tree spread. Make yourself some fire cider. Because yeah, this is the time of the year. Okay, and then we go into the card specific. And this is one of the things that I think, in my opinion, that has taken the uniqueness away from this particular deck. Every meaning of the card starts with your higher self chose this card because it's every single meaning. It's not unique. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but it does take away from the uniqueness. And also, there is a Q code scan in the back of the booklet, and I did it, and basically there's a spread, which you already have in the book. It is the maple tree spread, and then the rest of it is a Queen of the Dead, Toad, shape-shifting, Scarecrow, Straw Bales, Witch's Ladder wool journals. So you can print those out and you can do like a daily journal. Oh, the poems are gone. I'm not really into poetry, but other people have expressed that they really enjoyed them. So those are gone. But I really feel like with this deck, they're trying to appease everybody. Beginners, experienced readers, intuitive, non-intuitive, the different diversity groups, and it's a very hard thing to do, is to make everybody happy with one deck. And I am kind of reserving my excitement for the next deck, because I don't know if they're going to make more changes or if they're going to kind of stay with the format that they have now, because it kind of reminds me of TV series that comes out that's been converted from the book. And the first book, they start off, it's, you know, great, and it, you know, follows a certain storyline, and, you know, and then you get to the second book and it's like they make little changes, not really, you know, noticeable or anything like that. And then the next season, it's like, oh, they made some more changes. And then the next season, oh man, even more changes. And then by the end of the series, you don't even recognize the series. It's like, wow, where did they take this series? So I'm really hoping that the creators will not veer away too much. But this is just my opinion. This is just my blabbering. This is just how I feel about it. Because it's kind of a slippery slope when you try to make everybody happy. And that's nice how they put a recipe for fire cider. I don't know if I have a favorite card yet. I like the Harvest Moon. I admit that. That's a beautiful card. really hoping that these decks don't become just like an ordinary oracle deck. That's my hope. But they are the creators, and you know, this is their creation. But it makes me nervous at this point. I'll just say that. And I'm sorry if I'm blabbering, and I'm sorry if you don't agree. If you agree with me, that's wonderful, that's great. You know, I'm not saying this stuff to stir up anything. I am just, you know, expressing my views. And I'm never going to tell you not to buy a deck. The only time I would tell you not to buy a deck is if it's made crappy. That, yeah. Because in the end, if a deck, you know, it speaks to you and you look at it and you go, oh wow, I want that deck, and you like it, you like it. There's no rhyme or reason when it comes to these decks. I mean, I've picked out some ugly decks and gone, why do I like this deck? And I've picked out beautiful ones. So there's no rhyme or reason. And there's been decks like, I'll never like that one. And then bam. It's like, oh, I love you, deck. I love you. We connect. You and me. And it's a pleasant surprise. Okay, and that is the guidebook, and then we have the author blurbs and their socials. Got Lorriane there, Juliet, and Tijana. And then the bonus material. Scan the code and you get that bonus material. Alright, so let's go ahead and shuffle these babies and see what wants to come out on this special day. And shuffling, very nice. don't really shuffle anything special. I've seen people on videos and they're shuffling, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so who wants to come out and say hi? Okay, one more time. Shape-shifting. Transformation is not the loss of what once was. It is the evolution of a more powerful self. Okay, so people, we are going through changes apparently. All right. 35. Okay, the keywords: adaptability, transformation, and evolution. Transformation is not a loss. Okay, I'm not going to read that again. Sorry. Okay, your higher self chose this card because you are evolving, my dear. And this card is confirmation that all your hard work and challenges are worth it. You are beginning to see that all of your recent hardships have been for and how they've shaped you into the person you are now becoming. It's never easy to experience loss or setbacks, but at least you can take comfort in knowing that they were preparation for your developing greatness. Your recent circumstances have made you more wise and practical, and better prepared and able to manage tough situations. Your level of what's possible and what you're capable of dealing with should be expanded now, and you can enjoy the additional layers of complexity which only give you more interest and experience. Hold your head high and step fully into this new expanded reality. Rather than complaining about what you lost, shift your focus on celebrating what you have gained. Pat yourself for making it through, then begin to imagine what you can do now that you have less baggage weighing you down. Well, that's a nice message. I don't know who out there is going through that right now, but anyway, that is pretty much all I have for you guys. So, I hope I didn't bore you too much with all my blathering. But let me know in the comments below how you felt about the deck. Did you like it, not like it, love it, hate it? Do you like the changes that they made to the deck if you have it? Or if after seeing the video, how do you feel about the changes? Change can always be good or bad, all depending. But if you did buy the deck after seeing my video, please let me know, because I really like to know if my videos are making a difference. And if you would like to see a future deck in a video, please drop it in the comments or email me, and I'll see what I can do. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with a future video. But until then, goodbye, my dears, and take care.